Well, it's been a bit of a wait, but it's finally here. This is the new 2022 Hyundai Tucson. And when I say new, I mean all new, new generation. This is not a facelift. And how could it be? Just look at it. The design is so radically different from the car that went before it. And I genuinely feel the design will be a big draw for customers. This car, in fact, this very car has been the best-selling model of all for Hyundai in 2021, and I feel like the design had a lot to do with that. Will it have the same effect here in India? Well, let's wait and find out. And now, onto the design itself. It's the latest evolution of Hyundai's sensuous sportiness design with what Hyundai calls parametric design elements, and that means all these sharp edges and creases. We saw it first in India in the i20, and now it's also been seen on things like the Venue facelift. This is the most extreme iteration of it yet, though, which incorporates the headlights and the grille. Well, actually, the headlights are down here. It incorporates this LED pattern into the grille with all these cuts, creases that extend onto the bonnet and elsewhere around the car. It is very, very striking. Now, starting over here with a new design for the 18-inch wheels and in squared off wheel arches, really chunky looking stuff there, but there are lots of angles there that just continue down to the side over here. I love the absolutely chunky cladding at the base of the doors and this sort of angular element on the rear door. It adds a lot of musculature. Now you'll notice it has kind of a coupe-like roofline, but really it's not that. It's this chrome element that extends all the way back here that gives it that effect. This is quite a big car, 4.6 meters long with a 2.75 meter wheelbase, so there should be a lot of space inside, but they managed to give it a very muscular, hunkered down look. Now over at the rear, things are also very, very interesting with this double T-shaped LED tail light element that's joined over here at the center. I like that the Hyundai logo is sort of within the glass, and if you're wondering where the rear wiper is, it's hidden underneath there. Quite a neat touch that keeps the rear looking very clean. Down here you will see a Ford diffuser, and there is also a powered tailgate, which opens to reveal a significantly large boot. Now, of course, as you might imagine, there is a lot more room in the back here than before. The car was already quite spacious, but with the longer wheelbase, it's gotten even more spacious still. The seat is still sat a little bit lower than I'd like, but room, headroom, knee room, absolutely fantastic. And there is also the option to recline the seat quite a bit, as you can see. And now, even though it's not open, I can tell you that there is a huge panoramic sunroof which is going to let in a lot of light and really improve the cabin ambience. Another neat touch is that it has a boss mode, lets you adjust the front passenger seat from back here. So if you're sat there, you can free up a lot more room just while sitting back here. In terms of charging, there are two USB Type A ports, and of course there are AC vents to keep you cool back here as well. Now the last Tucson, by the end of its life, was really getting on. So by the time the Creta and the Alcazar came along, it really didn't feel like a more premium car. But they have really gone to town to remedy that with this new Tucson. Boy, does it look like it's come straight out of the future. There are some familiar bits. The steering wheel looks a lot like the one in the Creta and Alcazar, but you'll find some new bits like these 3D buttons and the all black, piano black effect that looks really upmarket. The design layout itself is very futuristic with this sweeping design and what they call a floating center console that is entirely touch operated. Let's see how that works in the real world and how practical that is, but it does at least look really slick. 10.25 inch screen there, 10.25 inch screen here, and loads of switchgear. The seats are ventilated, both are powered, of course, they're heated too, and well, there's another function that Hyundai calls the diffuse AC, this dual zone climate control, but because this whole panel is an air conditioner vent, Hyundai says it cools the cabin a lot more luxuriously and efficiently. Now, this is a very well equipped car. There are loads of features that I can't get into all of them just yet, but the main one you need to know is ADAS. This is Hyundai's first model in India with ADAS and level 2 ADAS at that. But let's take a look at some of the other features that this car comes with. Now under the hood, just like last time, there are 2-liter engines, a petrol and a diesel. The 2-liter petrol, naturally aspirated, similar to the one in the Alcazar, makes 156 horsepower, 192 Newton meters. Not much change there, with a 6-speed automatic gearbox. The diesel, the 2-liter, 186 horsepower and 416 Newton meters of torque, which Hyundai says is class leading. That's made it to an 8-speed automatic gearbox. There are no manuals this time, and there's also all-wheel drive. Now, with specifications like that, it is very much in the premium executive SUV category. It's still a 5-seater, so it goes up against the likes of the Jeep Compass, the Volkswagen Tiguan, and the Citroen C5 Aircross. We estimate it to cost about 25 to 30 lakh rupees. It's got ADAS and things like that after all, when it goes on sale on August 4th. But you tell us what you expect the price to be and what you think of the all-new Hyundai Tucson.